In this week's lesson, I'm going to talk to you about three main things. The first one is, why do we list buy it now versus auctions? The second thing I'm going to tell you about is what sold for us this week, what to look out for while you're out there. And the third thing I want to talk to you about is our turnover rate. Okay, so the first thing, why do we use buy it now instead of auctions? How come we don't use auctions? Really good question. The answer is we actually did run a lot of auctions when we first started out selling, and that was mainly because we didn't have a whole lot of inventory that we were selling. So it made sense. We would run everything at the same time on a 7-day auction, and everything would end on the same day. Here's the issue with that. Technically, you're only getting paid once a week. So there's three main reasons why we run buy it now versus auctions. The first reason is because it's immediate payment. So instead of waiting for an auction to end, when somebody buys it now on eBay, you can set up your account that they have to make the payment immediately. So unless you're going back and forth on a best offer, if they go and hit that buy it now button, they have to pay for that item immediately. So we're not waiting around for people to come up with the money and pay for the item. That's the first reason. The second reason is there's no fake bids. So on eBay, what not a lot of people realize is that you will get fake bids on your auction from whether it be competitors or just people messing around on eBay, especially if you don't set your guidelines saying that you have to have a certain amount of positive feedback, you can't have any hits on your account as a bidder. You will get fake bids. It happened for us all the time where we would have 50 bids on an item and the item would end and then we would just never receive payment because they weren't real bids. With the buy it now, that does not happen. And then lastly, consistency. So again, this isn't a hobby for us. We're not trying to make just a little bit of money here and there. This is our job. So we kind of run it like a job where we need to bring a paycheck in every single week. So consistency is key for what we're doing. We have to sell a certain amount of items a day to be able to pay ourselves what we want to pay ourselves. So again, instead of running auctions that are ending all sporadically, we know we have this amount of things listed. We know this percentage will sell typically on a daily basis, so we know how much money we're making over the week. And those really are the three main reasons why we like buy it now or best offer opposed to auctions. Now that being said, it doesn't mean that we won't run auctions. It just means that we only run auctions on those sporadic kind of obscure items that we get. For example, if we get a Game Boy with a bunch of different games, instead of splitting that up into a whole bunch of different lots and try to sell it as 10 different things buy it now, we may run that as an auction because there's no other comparables like that. So if there's no comps, then we typically will run that as an auction just to see what we're able to get. All right, guys, so next, what sold for us this week and what should you be looking out for? Just a few things that sold for us this week that were really good buys. One of them would be these tracker devices. They're like little Bluetooth, I don't know. You put them on your stuff that you want to track and you can link it up to your phone and track where it goes. We bought these wholesale. I think we got like 20 of them. We paid 10 bucks a pop for them. And right now they're selling for us for $38. So after fees and shipping, we're making $20 each on these things. Next, toothbrushes. Guys, people get toothbrushes as gifts all the time and they never use them. So they'll get them as gifts and they already have one at home. So look out for those people. Maybe even put in your ads on Craigslist. We'll buy healthcare related items, toothbrushes. We get a lot of like Crest white strips. People just get them as gifts and they don't know what to do with them. But we sold a Sonicare toothbrush this week for 125 bucks. And we paid $60 for it. So we made a quick $40 profit on that one item. And they sell really, really fast on eBay. Next, sunglasses. Look out for sunglasses at garage sales. We picked up a whole bunch of these, or not a whole bunch, but we picked up like 5 pairs of Chanel and Versace sunglasses at garage sales about 2 weeks ago. Here's a pair right here, Chanel sunglasses. These things right here will sell, right now we have them listed for 275 bucks. We paid 15 for these. So look out for them. Just make sure they're genuine. You want to make sure that they're in the case like that, and that they're real, they're good quality. Especially on Chanel sunglasses, there should be a code on the inside of the lenses. So make sure you're looking out for that stuff as well when you're out there. And then lastly, ink. Obviously, you guys know we sell a lot of ink. Here's what I will say about ink. Make sure that they are genuine ink and they're the real brand. So we usually look out for Brother, Epson, and HP ink. Those are the ones that sell well for us. Don't buy ink like this. So again, make sure you're looking out for those genuine inks. They sell like hotcakes for us on eBay. Okay, and then lastly, we're gonna talk about our turnover rate. So when I say turnover rate, again, I'm talking about the percentage of items that sell compared to what we have listed on eBay. So let's say we have 250 items that are actively listed on eBay. If 25 of them sell in a day, that would be a 10% turnover rate. So the percentage of items that sell on any one given day. Here's what we found. When we have the right items listed at buy now or best offer, our turnover rate per day is typically 7 to 10% of what we have listed. And here's why I want to talk to you guys about this. Consistency is key. You should be listing new items every single day. In fact, the way that eBay's algorithms work, the more you list consistently, the higher rank your items will be on eBay. So we like to list stuff every single day so that eBay sees that and tracks us and knows that we're an active seller putting new things out there every single day. Not only that, but again, if we're running a 7 to 10% turnover rate, the more stuff we have listed on our account, the more stuff we're gonna sell, right? Obviously, that's the way that it works. So the more stuff you can just list, buy and list, the more you're gonna sell. Try to get in that 7 to 10% turnover rate and you'll make a lot of money by doing that. We know people that have thousands of items listed. So think about that. If you have 1,000 items listed, you're gonna be shipping 70 to 100 things per day. And then you're gonna have to list 70 to 100 things per day to keep up with that 1,000 items listed. So keep an eye on your turnover rate and make sure that you're tracking that on eBay.